against the Visa censorship after Steam removes 100 games. Wait. Did they remove my game? Wait. Wait, if I bought it, do I still have it? If I still bought it, do I still have it? That's the question to ask. Hopefully I still do, question mark. No, I need it. Give me back my lewd hentai games. I need my lewd hentai games back. Thank you for the follow, welcome. Oh yeah, Viz has been after Japan for a while. Why do they hate Japan? Why? It makes no sense. I think Japan makes really cool stuff, in my personal opinion. I don't know. Maybe that's probably one of the reasons why I kind of want to go live over there. Also, just do a patent? You mean patent copyright? Oh yeah. Oh, Scatter V. I got something to tell you or so. In one of my comment sections on one of my videos, I have been declared as a pick-me VTuber now. So ladies and gentlemen, for those who just barely came in now, I am now considered a pick-me VTuber and a transphobe, apparently. So let me just write that. I'm just gonna write that down on the list or so, you know? I'm a grifter, I'm a transphobe, I'm now that. Cancelled for rock things. Sounds about right. Yeah, you know, I'm just like, okay, all right. So I'm a grifter. That's one. And the next list is I'm a transphobe. That's two. Now I'm a pick-me VTuber. That's three. What's next? What's after that? I don't know what's after that, to be honest. Pick-me co. Apparently I am. Yes. Co is a fraud, pick me, and grifter. They right. Okay, buddy. There was the one trans person who unfollowed because you were watching Asmongold. Oh yeah. That person crashed out in my chat or so because I was watching Asmongold, but it literally had nothing to do with like anything American related. It was mostly like because of the Chinese, because there's a lot of like street females or so. Or a lot of influencers living out on the street, and they were just kind of like doing like TikTok stuff and like live stream and stuff like that. And it's just kind of like, you know, it was like a weird dystopian world that you were kind of like looking into. And then this person was like crashing out so hard in my chat. It was crazy. I watch people on both sides. These people lack basic communication skills. Yeah. For me specifically, I also watch completely on that. But sometimes usually like the side that's like kind of like more emotionally charged, I pay attention, but then when they say certain words, certain key phrases, and certain sentences, I just kind of like zone out, and then I come back afterwards. They finish talking about that. I don't know. It's just like, I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but it's just kind of like, it kind of goes one ear, it kind of goes out the other, and it's just kind of like, you know. Completely called on for on their part. It's okay. It's fine, because you want to know something? You guys here in my YouTube community and here on Twitch or so, you guys are my true homies. Okay, all right. I'm not here to cater anybody, any specific group or party or like anything. I'm not trying to be like a fence sitter. I'm not trying to be, you know, anything. I say how I say it, you know, the way how I am, the way how I was raised and everything like that. And that's pretty much it. Okay, that's how I am. But yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk about it at least a little bit at the very beginning on that. So I'll shush you. Stop. I hate you, Co. Well, I hate you too. Exactly what a pick-me VTuber would say. Okay, buddy. Okay, sure. All right. Sure.
The last few years, all in the name of brand protection. Well, this individual here
brand
on the
protection
left is known as Yamada Taro. And you're probably wondering to yourself, how is he related whatsoever to the whole Visa drama and what's been going on with censorship? Well, this individual right here has been an active advocate for freedom of expression, anti-censorship, and has been very outspoken against credit card companies like Visa and MasterCard, and how these credit card companies and payment processors have been forcing Japan to censor itself, forcing businesses to—
Why are they trying to censor Japan? Bro, I love Japan. That's why I don't know, maybe because I want to go over there because it's like, you know, they're not really pretty censored on stuff. That's the only reason why. I think that's probably the only reason why, because it's like, you know, they're pretty chill. I don't know. I've talked to some. Is it still pretty low? I could probably increase the volume, to be honest. Probably his specific probably. I think his specific audio needs to be increased slightly, to be honest. There we go. Hopefully that works or so. I think it has become the DJ stuff there. I see. I don't understand why are they trying, why are they picking on Japan? Like I don't understand personally. I think the things that come out from Japan itself, I think it's, I don't know. I personally think it's pretty cool. I don't know.
To close down shop if they don't censor themselves. He's been very outspoken, and he has been on manga author sides, he's been on animator sides, he's basically pro freedom of expression, so to speak. And why this is very important and why I'm bringing this up is because earlier this morning, Yamada Taro was elected in Japan. He is an official representative, a part of, you know, Japan's actual government now. He is officially won, and it's a big day for basically those that love freedom of expression, and he has actively been in contact with other authors. For one, he has been in contact with Ken, aka the author of Love Hina. For those that don't know, Love Hina is a very iconic series that has legitimately gone on to be an actual influence on pretty much the
I don't know about Love Hina, to be honest. The real issue is this feminist group pressuring Visa and MasterCard after Stop Killing Games. We might need the EU help to fight the abuse of power of these companies. Wait. So it's a group of feminists? They hold that much power? What? Bro, I'm an old look, I'm an old woman, okay? All right? If I want to spend my money on like some kind of ero manga or like an ecchi thing or like something, it's my money. You don't get to tell me how to use my money. Okay? God, if I wanna buy like, I don't know, like a lolly manga or Shotokan manga or whatever, you know, I'd be like, yeah, that's my money. Like, fuck, man, I consume what I want to consume. 45 is not that old. I'm millions of years old, okay? Wait, so you mean we can fight fire with fire? It's so weird. A group of mass emailed every payment processor and complained Visa and MasterCard is big D into ESG and DEI, so it worked. So they basically bullied the company to like do it. What? That's so weird. That's so weird. That never happens in the Void. That's the weird thing about it. They are not just a group of feminists. They have been traced to be just a front for a pro-censorship Australian government agency. Wait, it's a bunch of Australians? All right, Sage, you got a lot of explaining to do here. Yo people going crazy now.
Let's go, Aussies.
This fucking guy. Hey, thank you for the 18, but my people fight. Shut the fuck up. Get your people out of my goddamn lewd, ecchi ass mangas, alright? They're mad at hentai, but don't want them to look at their smut books. But then like you have like Barnes and Nobles who have like literally monster fucking. Like there's literally a shelf of monster fucking for girls. Like honestly, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Here. Like I'm gonna give you a tidbit or so. Girls, all right, girls in general, right, are the freakiest, okay? They are the freakiest when it comes to sexual stuff, all right? Let's be honest here. I don't know who these people are or this feminist group or so that's trying to do this shit. Hey man, honestly, they need to cut it out. They need to leave it alone. Leave me alone, to be honest. Leave my lewd stuff alone, you know? The issue is they won't investigate the situation. What a bunch of puss asses, to be honest. What a terrible company if they want to do their own investigation on it. It sounds laziness, to be honest. Sounds like an American thing. My werewolf boyfriend. We don't talk about those. Code never happened in the Void. Code, the Void is woke. Your mom is woke. Code knows what she's talking about. I will say this though, Australian standards for content has heavily been restricted, like everything down to making it hard for us to watch Pornhub on a daily basis. It's so weird because like, isn't like Australia based like in like old time or so, based off off of criminals. I thought you guys would be like more leanway or so, more leeway on the situation itself. At least like for all that stuff, you know, because like, you know, great ancestors of Australian people. So
entire rom-com genre of manga and anime. It is a very influential series. But getting back into the main topic, Yamada Taro winning and actually getting elected is
cool,
a
though.
massive victory, especially in the
Nah,
whole...
what happened was there's a state called NSW. That's fucking it up for everyone else in Aussie. NSW? What's that? I've never heard of that before. Leeway, that in Genshin. The penal colony, the prison guards are still in power.
Storyline that we've been dealing with for the last few years when it comes to Visa and
New
MasterCard,
South Wales is the
forcing Japan
name
to
of the
bow
state.
down. And
So you're telling me that? Are you telling me that New South Wales is basically the woke LA or something like that? Is that what you're telling me? Just need Steam to enter the Visa business, and at this rate, at least introduce more competition. That's true. They need, if they bring in another specific like card in the business or so, in the card business or so, I think I would probably transfer over to that one. It's the Walmart version of LA. So you guys have your own problems over there, I see.
Censor themselves. Now that he's officially been elected, he's officially gotten a little bit more power, there could be theoretically changes that can be made with time. Now that I've set the stage for why Yamada Taro is so important and why it's a huge victory for Japan for him to be elected, and because he's trying to be a big advocate for freedom of expression and anti-censorship, we have to talk about the elephant in the room, and that is payment processors. What's been going on for the last few years, and what has happened just in the last few days. Some of you might already be aware of this. For instance, if you actively have been following the conversation on social media, you're probably aware of this, but if you're someone that strictly just watches YouTube and you get most of your information like when it comes to Visa and MasterCard through me, then this is going to come as a surprise. So basically, as we all know, Visa and MasterCard has been forcing Japan for years now to basically censor manga content, anime content from different sites. Most of the time, it's adult content, aka fictional content, manga, and stuff.
I hate it. I really hate it when someone says like the word fictional or so, right? And it's just kind of like, Visa, MasterCard, it's fictional. It's not real. Also, this is my money. This is my fucking money, not your money. If this was your money, this would be a different story. All right?
Stuff like doujins and all that, they are
no, not my
doujin. However, there has been manga that isn't necessarily strictly just 18 plus content that has also been targeted by Visa and MasterCard on these different Japanese sites and stores, which has caused these entire sites and stores to shut down or completely remove that content to not support them.
That's terrible.
Which does affect the industry. It affects anime and manga. And the reason why this is so important is because these payment processors like Visa and MasterCard are a dual monopoly. They are a straight up monopoly. They have so much political backing, they have so much money, they pretty much control the entirety of the world when it comes to cash flow. They do. That's
an American company, right? Visa and MasterCard are American companies, right? That'd probably explain a lot, to be honest. It's so weird. The Void is a lot more different, to be honest. Like, we have, like, specifically, like, in different sectors or so, or, like, different parts of the Void or so, we have, like, different cards, like, business owners, you know, in their specific regions. These weirdos are going to feel emboldened and try to get other shit censored. Are you telling me they're gonna censor my Shotokan and my Lolicon content? Oh god. Oh no.
Because it is the most common form of usage when it comes to payments. People use a MasterCard, they will use a Visa card. It's a very standard way people use to buy goods throughout the entirety of the world. Now, there's a few exceptions, there's different...
Everyone should start using independent bank cards instead of, because they stay out of the dumb areas. Oh, is that a thing or so? Interesting. They already do are they? Well, to be honest, I probably would sign up a different card brand or something, you know?
Companies depending on the country, like JCB for instance in Japan, but even they...
So wait. So my question is, right? So my question is, if you buy something with a Master or a Visa card, right? Like a doujin or anything like lewd content related, will it get declined? Will the card just decline it or so because of the product, or is it still gonna go through? Question mark. That's my question or so about that. Some countries can't see lolly content on DL sites because of payment processors. Hey. I've got a credit card that had nothing to do with Master or Visa or anything from the major banking cards. That's a thing? You can get that? Oh, interesting.
Have been affected to some degree thanks to certain individuals, which I'll talk about.
Sometimes there's not even an option.
But to get
really?
right into it, basically, these payment processors have been actively...
Wait, so if I go to Japan, right? Let's say, for example, I take a trip to Japan, right? And I go to the manga, I assume in the manga place, they'll have, like, adult content as well. Are you telling me if I want to buy one adult manga from over there, and would they like not allow me to buy it because I have MasterCard and Visa? Question mark. Yeah, I know Japan uses a lot more cash, but I'm just curious or so on that specific like question. You know, most likely the site just won't offer it at the checkout.
Censoring fictional content that is not real.
We'll work most in person.
But to add on to this
source.
and remind everybody, this is the
most likely
same...
you won't be able to pay with those cards. Oh shit. Depends on the policies your bank has. Let me see.
Type of companies, for instance, like Visa, MasterCard, that actively allow OnlyFans to be a hotbed for actual PDF content. And they were called out for it. I've covered that already in previous videos. If you're interested, you could probably go through my channel playlist on Chibi Topics and you could find it for yourself. But basically, you know, they have actively just ignored actual real-life issues.
Parts of the Japanese government were still using floppy disk until just last year, I think. Oh yeah, because I know Japan's a little bit more old school when it comes to certain methods anyways. It's mind-blowing that these companies have this much power. It's crazy that they can like control everything in the entire world. I'm surprised that there's like not even like other bigger companies that like control, well not really control, but like holds more power in like on that side of the region of the planet, you know? But apparently like Visa and MasterCard holds the palm of the world in their hand, to be honest, when it comes to like cash flow.
On OnlyFans, but then they straight up will go out of their way to just try to censor Japan and get their entire culture to bow down to them. That's what they've been doing. So, with
I hate that,
all
to be honest.
being presented, we got to talk about what happened a few days ago. There is a group called Collective Shout that made themselves very well.
Grape and incest games gone. New policy on Steam. No, not my incest. How am I supposed to do the Alabama? No, not my incest. No, not my grape fantasy. Oh, no. What did they even removed anyways? What do we have here? Sex Village? Incest Tales, Webcam Daughter, Slave of the Police Officer, Interactive Sex, Incest Twin Episode, Incest Daughter BDSM, Interactive Incest Twins, Futanari. No, not my Futanari! My Futanari got obliterated, chat, off Steam. No. Not the Fuda, anything but the Fuda. Futanari incest. This kind of looks like yeah, but at the same time, like some of these specific contents or so, they look like the sloppy 3D hentai stuff, you know. My Futa. No. No. They better not touch the horse girls or outrage. I wouldn't be surprised if they would touch daddy twins, incest daughter. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. Look, it's not real. It's fictional. It's not real, okay? You want to know the reason why? It's because the popularity or so when it comes to like the grape foreplay, it's pretty common in a lot of girls that I've interacted with, okay? I've talked to a lot of my VTuber friends, and we get into these conversations specifically. The grape one is the most common one that comes up the most. That's the most that comes up with. and you know they want to do that with like, you know, they want to do that with their partner and stuff like that, you know, whenever they get the partners or so, that's what they want to do. The incest stuff is super popular on like the corn hub and like, or any other specific website, you know, the step bro, the step sister, you know, like, oh no, step brother, I'm stuck in this fucking stupid washing machine, you know. It's the most common thing, you know. I don't know. I personally don't think it's that crazy, to be honest. It's real to be Kylo Ren Star Wars. Oh yeah, I always forgot that the NTR is more popular with women. Yeah, of course. Like NTR is very popular with women. How dare these bitches take away my shit that I like, okay? All right? Get your fucking shit out of here. Even though number one, right? Most of these kind of look like pretty shitty content at the end of the day. Like they don't really look like, looking at the thumbnails anyways for some of these games, they don't look super great as in like quality wise, but like I prefer not to get rid of them, you know. That's just my personal opinion, because there are people who like those things at the end of the day.
Known a few days ago, and now the internet is starting to get word of what's been happening with these payment processors, aka Visa and MasterCard. There was even a Reddit post earlier today. For some reason it is now removed, but it also brought up the old article I discussed over a year ago, where Visa's CEO of Japan said they were going to censor as much content as possible, all in the name of brand protection. And this article,
that is the most retardedest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. I'm sorry.
Started making a lot of waves earlier today on the subreddit of gaming, or gaming subreddits, and a lot of people were talking about it. They were really shocked to actually see what was going on here. And I don't know why it was removed, very questionable, because I do think it's very important to discuss. But this gets into the topic. Collective Shout apparently contacted pretty much almost every single payment processor that they could, Visa, MasterCard, JCB, PayPal, everyone, to say, hey, this content is on Steam, why are you allowing the purchase of this content on Steam?
Because women actually like this content, that's the reason why, and it dedicates to a lot of females who actually enjoy this kind of fantasy. That's why it's called dark fantasy at the end of the day. If this like group of feminists are doing this, it's probably because they haven't had enough dick in their life, I'll be honest with you. They probably don't get dick. That's probably the reason why they're coming after, you know, our like lewd stuff, okay? All right? I'm just saying, okay? When a girl doesn't get enough dick in their life, they become crazy, okay? All right? It's just obvious, all right? It's been proven, science fact, okay?
Now, if you take a look at this picture, obviously there's going to be a lot of people that are going to watch this video, and they're not going to care for this content. They're going to say that's gross, that's creepy, that's weird, whatever. Have whatever opinion you want, okay?
No.
I'm not here to judge someone. What I'm going to say, however, if you actively allow someone to censor content, you open the door up
yeah,
for
they do ruin it for
censorship.
everyone.
For instance, it never stops.
That's why the reason is like, it's like you don't have to consume or look at that content. You can just block it and then walk away. You know, you can just walk away after you finish, you know, blocking it. You know, if you don't like something or someone or something, you just put on the block button, and that's it. Like, the funny thing about it, you don't even, the first thing when you open up Steam or so, you don't see this. You have to manually turn on the settings for you to be able to see lewd games on your recommended shit on fucking Steam.
Content you dislike, it continues to happen. Censorship is a slippery slope.
Yeah, exactly.
And once you go past a certain,
I'm like, bro, like literally, like incest and the grape or so. It's literally like, I don't know. It's, for me personally, it's not that crazy. I don't really care. If you want to do the foreplay for that, go ahead, be my guest. Fucking you do you, okay? As long as you're not breaking any rules or laws or anything like that, fucking go buck wild with your partner. I don't care. I really don't care. I'm just like, it's a fantasy. It's not real. It's just a game. What's wrong with grape and incest? I don't know, man. I don't know. You tell me. I don't know. I'm like girls like that. Well, the grape part, anyways. They like that. Like there's literally a good amount of girls who actually do like that, who are into the whole BDSM stuff, you know, or the shibari. Damn, that joke didn't work. Nah, I see what you did.
Threshold, there's no coming back. And so, for instance, the reason why this is so important is because Collective Shout for the last 4 days now, I say 3.
I feel like one of these feminist group actually plays hentai games. I think they actually do play hentai games, but then they got offended or so, probably with one hentai game, and then decided to form a group about it and decided to attack Visa and MasterCard. I feel like this is the lore, so I feel like they definitely know about it, you know?
3 to 4 days, they have been jumping for joy in glee that they managed to get hundreds of Steam games taken off of the Steam store that all had taboo topics associated with them. At this current time, from my understanding, the coffin of Andy and Lele is not been removed yet, but it's only a matter of time. And
yo, they better not be removed, Coffin and Lele, to be honest. Hey, even then, it's not even a hentai game. There's literally like one scene about it, but it's not even real. It's not even a real scene. It's just a dream or whatever, you know? Oh my god, you couldn't fucking. Oh my god, dude. Oh
until
my
this
god.
group, Collective Shout, actually manages to accomplish that. So we need to ask ourselves, who is Collective Shout and why do they have so much power? And well, as for the power
why
segment,
do they have so much power?
I have no idea why a feminist...
I don't understand why this is even allowed on your guys' dimension. Why is this even allowed? How can this group of people should be changing a multi-million-dollar company? If I was a multi-million-dollar company, if I owned fucking MasterCard and like Visa or whatever, I'd be like, oh, these women are getting mad. Oh, I could care less. I don't give two fucking shits.
Group from Australia has so much political pull to get hundreds of games on Steam, not just...
You know what? You want to know something? You want to know something? If certain rules are from a certain country, it should only be in that country. It should not affect anything else or outside that country. That's my personal opinion. Like, if they want to add this stupid fucking censoring crap, leave it in fucking Australia, okay? That is not my problem. That has nothing to do with me. That literally has no beneficial towards me whatsoever. You know, that shit should stay over there, okay? The reason they got power is because Visa and MasterCard are scared about negative PR. The problem is just a bunch of old people fucking running the goddamn fucking company. That's the problem. These old people don't know shit. They don't know about the internet. They don't know about anything what's been going on or nothing like that, you know? Leave it down under. I just fucking, like, I really don't want it. Like, I don't want it. Get this shit out of here. Get afuera, fucking, vete para allá, pute. Shit, man, honestly. The secret sauce is Visa and MasterCard have been engaging in censorship on their own. They didn't exactly need convincing by Collective Shout. Yeah, but I think that's what pushed it, though, to a more drastic measure, though.
And it's a pretty big deal. That is an actual huge deal that this one group managed to accomplish something like that. And for a long time, for years, Steam is always seen as a bastion for freedom of expression, allowing you to post basically anything you want. But now with something like this brings into question everything with Steam. And for those that are unaware, just a few days ago, Steam was...
Sage, get your people under control. Share some of that wisdom.
forced to update their policies or enforce their policies a little bit more to be able to get rid of certain games on their platform that Collective Shout managed to get rid of. And they were bowing down to the payment processors like Visa and MasterCard and PayPal, which is very concerning that Steam was forced to do something like that, once again, by these payment processors. Our old friends, sarcasm obviously, coming back once again to force a massive Goliath like Steam to censor itself.
I know, that's the worst thing about it.
And once again, the people behind this that caused this to happen was Collective Shout. So,
I hate these people.
There is speculation forming, these are allegations right now, or speculation, that Collective Shout could also be a big part or responsible for some of the stuff that's been actively going on in Japan. Or at least when it comes to censorship of anime and manga. Now, once again, there is no concrete evidence to back this yet, but people are digging, people are searching through this and trying to figure out anything they can, because the internet now, they know who Collective Shout is. For instance, they know they're here,
Well, I didn't know about them until just now.
We're jumping for joy the fact that hundreds of games got removed, and it's only a matter of time until something is officially discovered. I am very curious why not a lot of content creators are talking about this. This is an incredibly important topic. Like, the fact that Steam bowed down to credit card companies to
Yep.
censor gaming on their platform is a pretty big deal. That's not even talking about the stuff with anime and manga. Like, just strictly Steam alone is a massive talking point. Like, let's be honest, it's strange. Not many people. I think the only person I think I've seen talk about this
It's not strange that Steam folded. Visa and MasterCard are the go-to, just like Twitch is. Just Twitch the go-to plays. Steam can't do shit to them, though. Yeah, unfortunately they have to. Madam Savvy has done a deep dive video on Collective Shout and their bullshittery. I recommend giving it a go. You can send it over to the reaction section.
Search their logo, see which company is related or backing them. But for me, I bet it's BlackRock, cause if their CEO can run away with committing market crash. What's stopping them from doing this?
Man, it's so weird. This is a lot of weird stuff. This is a very interesting rabbit hole that I've gotten myself into, to be honest.
I haven't watched his full video on that yet, but I know he discussed this, and I know Asmongold made a reply to the duo monopoly of these payment processors. Forgive me, need some water. But I know he made a reply. I don't know if he's made a dedicated video on that yet. So I'm just curious, like, why not more people are talking about this, because it's a huge story. It is.
Yeah, man, they're getting rid of my freaking hentai games.
Entering into an area where a lot of content, not just like anime and manga, but even Steam, is about to get really censored heavily. So we'll see where this goes, but I'm just going to bring it up once again. Just because you don't like certain content, and you will never play it, watch it, or whatever, doesn't mean that it should be removed from, like, the Steam store.
Yeah, of course.
Because once you allow that to happen, it's a slippery slope. More stuff's going to start getting censored. That's all. I'll leave it at that. But thank you so much for watching. I just wanted to talk about this. I wanted to talk about, you know, Yamada Taro and how he got elected.
Well, I'm hoping things change.
And then the Steam store censorship. I wanted to get all into this, but thank you so much. Be safe, stay healthy.
I'm hoping things start changing or so when it comes to hopefully maybe like another big player will come into the marketplace and, you know, step their foot down. All right, Asmongold is currently AFK from streaming because his dad is in a bad state and in the hospital. Curious that they're making these moves when the Goblin King isn't sitting on his throne. Yeah, I heard about that. I'm hoping that his dad becomes better at least. You know, I did watch the video, so send my thoughts and prayers at least out to that. One way that they can put eroge on Steam is to put the 18 patch plus patch off Steam. Yeah, I've been seeing that. I've been seeing that a lot of like certain games or so on Steam that it's hentai. They're hentai games, but then like you have to download the patch or so for it. I have been seeing that. It won't change for a long time. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm hoping maybe he'll help and like try to step in or so. I know it's a big work or a long road or so in general on, you know, on this specific subject matter, but I'm hoping that he'll be able to convince people or so to band with him and fight against this. I just want my hentai games to goon and come on, man. Okay, buddy. Anyways, yeah, personally, I don't know. I feel like we're going into, if these women have this much power, so I'm kind of worried of what they're gonna do next in general, you know? Because like, I'll be honest with you, personally, it shouldn't really affect anyone outside Australia. It should only affect inside Australia. But that's just my personal opinion, though. But anyways, that's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. But yeah, kind of terrifying, to be honest. I've never, like, I've personally, like, I heard about a little bit of it, but I've never delved deep into it, you know. But I assume there's even more. Not even Aussies deserve this. I know. It's so weird. It's so weird that the Australians are doing this when literally their ancestors were prisoners back then. So, hey, you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. Kind of weird. I thought they would be the more leeway of things, you know. Now they're like the super uptight ones or so. How ironic. What a weird time to be in. Go back to hunting crocodiles. Yep. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And